stake here for the SEC tournament. LSU with a win. Regular season champs coupled with an Arkansas loss. They would be the #1 seed. Right now, they're the 3 seed. Georgia, with a win, locks down the #12 seed in all likelihood, but they lock down a spot in the tournament. And LSU's down to their final 3 outs here in the regular season finale, with Morgan coming to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Morgan. Hit a 2-run homer back in the first inning nearly 3 hours ago, and until like 30 seconds ago, that ball was still sitting in the netting.
Yeah, just hanging out there, waiting to be plucked.
This is the funny stuff about TV production. We had it framed up. We're going to show you a shot of the ball in the netting. Been sitting there for 3 hours. And we were going to show you what happened. And Morgan, that's going to be a ball to him. So the ball's sitting there, and then the security has been sitting there for 3 hours. We're going to take the shot, and security swoops in and steals the shot. Best laid plans, right?
Yep. Seconds before.
But before we get off the air here, just want to say special thanks to our producer, Megan Campbell, our director, Kay Proctor, our entire SEC Network team. They've done a fabulous job the entire weekend and the entire season. Blake Hines also in that mix, and Beth Ann Niblett working these SEC Network Plus games for you from Athens. It's been a fun work this year, been a lot of fun. It's hard to believe we're already at the end of the regular season. Morgan aboard with the leadoff walk, so things start well for LSU. Travinsky at the plate. And Jason, the key for Marsh is, can he duplicate what he did? I mean, you know, on Thursday night he came in and he was rock solid. That second inning was tough for him. And now we're in the second inning of work for him here on this Saturday. The count goes 2-0 to Travinsky. And here comes Scott Strickland, because he's thinking exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, you just got to snap out of it. I think it's something that's in his head a little bit. Can he duplicate, like you said, coming back out for that second inning of work? And I think right here, Coach Strickland just letting him know, you are the guy. You got to get in there. You got to trust your stuff. Stay in that zone. Make them earn it.
I tell you what, you don't see Strickland do that a lot. He had his mouth covered.
Yeah.
He's delivering a stern message to March. And then he gives him the slap on the chest, like reminding him, you can do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crisp is up throwing in the bullpen for Georgia. He pitched the best he's pitched all season on Thursday night. 2-0 to Travinsky. There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
I think that's what Marsh runs into. He tries to be extra good when what he's got is good enough. Just stay within yourself, pitch your game, trust your stuff.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
And again, a couple of close pitches. You saw David early in the count, the first pitch of the at-bat, as a matter of fact, hold one almost the identical pitch for a tick longer, having some words back there with Scott Klein.
Fastball strike, 3-2. I think the big challenge with the pitcher, man, is you just cannot let those calls rattle you. 3-2 pitch in the air, foul territory. Harbor drifting over by the wall, and it's going to be Murillo who takes it. Murillo comes in at the last second and calls off Harbor for out number 1.
Yeah, good call there by Murillo. Late call off, but had the better angle at it. I think Harbor was in position to make the play, but obviously Murillo had the better angle.
1 down, and here's Beloso. They'll put the shift on for him and move Murillo to the right of the second base bag. Strike 1 to Beloso, and now they're going to move Harbor over to second base and put Murillo back at shortstop.
Man, how about that meeting from Coach Scott Strickland, getting out there, didn't send Kenny out, went out himself. Marsh has been a different guy.
No balls and a strike to Beloso. There's a strike. 0-2. Dogs gunning for their 11th conference win. It'll get them in the tournament if they can get it. Nail it down. 0-2. Beloso, hot shot down into the corner, but it's a foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes to Beloso. On the ground, gonna get through to right field, base hit. Allen comes up to field it, runners at first and second for the Tigers. And Beloso comes up limping as he gets to the first base bag. So first and second for the Tigers, and here's Dugas. I was thinking they might pinch run for Beloso, but maybe he's not hurt. He was just limping, though, coming around that bag. He looks fine. Great environment here at Foley Field with the dueling school chants. You don't get that very often on an SEC weekend, but when LSU's in town, you do, because they travel so well. And I'm sure a lot of these crowd, they'll just stick around and go to Hoover next week. See LSU 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. And the plan for the Tigers is they're not going back to Baton Rouge. They're going to stay the night here in Athens, and then they'll bus over to Hoover tomorrow. They're going to be there for 3 days before playing on Wednesday. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded. Tying run comes to the plate. Here comes Scott Strickland. The Dogs will make the pitching change with the bases loaded. There. Step aside as Caldwell comes in and takes his warm-up tosses.